this morning, for a brief moment, in the spirit of the holiday, let's look at a piece of scripture that is found in Isaiah, the ninth chapter, and just a couple of verses from there, verse 6 and verse 7. Over in Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 and verse 7. You'll find these words, King James Version. For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and the peace there shall be no end, upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth and forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. For a brief moment, let's think on this thought this morning. Have you opened your gift? Have you opened your gift? Isaiah writes an interesting prophecy at one of the most critical times of Israel's history. Israel has been delivered from the hand of its oppressor. It has entered into a relationship with God, and now they face one of the greatest challenges of their recorded history, because there's an enemy that desires to destroy them. And critically to their positioning, Isaiah begins in chapter 9 to prophesy. He begins to prophesy to a nation that seems to be doomed. He begins to prophesy to a people who seem to have lost their hope. He begins to prophesy to a generation that needed a clear understanding of what really was about to transpire. He began to prophesy to a people who somehow, in the midst of all of that God had done for them, they had lost their true connection with God. They had become paganistic. They worshiped idol gods, and they simply had turned their back on the one and true living God that brought them out of the house of bondage. He brought them out with his mighty hand. So Isaiah begins to pen to paper and writes a word of hope, a declaration of the soon coming king. He says in such a prophetic manner, unto us a child is born. He begins to unfold a mystery to those who critically would have the resolve to believe that, as bad as times were, that things could not get any better. Isaiah begins to release a light of hope into the atmosphere, that those who had lost an understanding of what God would truly do would soon find or reclaim victory in knowing that God was not finished with his people yet. It may even seem in our life today that sometimes we get into critical situations in our lives, and soon and often we'll forget that God has control over everything. Well, even in today's season, with it being Christmas time, I wonder how many people have really opened their gift. I wonder during this time of the season how many people have spent so much of their time majoring in the minor instead of majoring in what is major. How many times have we really looked critically at the fact that there would be no holiday season if it were not for this child that was born unto us? Yes, it's all right to have a Christmas party. It's all right to enjoy going out and shopping and spending time with your family. But those are not the reason for the season, even though they may be done in the holiday season. Eggnog is not the reason for the season. Gifts, toys, and games is not the reason for the season. As a matter of fact, we've taken Christ out of Christmas. We've replaced him with earthly joy, like Frosty and Rudolph, even a drama boy. But the world needs to know that Christ is Christmas. We've taken Christ out of Christmas. Yeah. Replaced him with toys and games. The world really need to know that that's not why he came. We need to know that Christ is Christmas. He was sent down to save the world from sin. That's why he came. Yes, it's all right to experience great joy and glee in the holiday, but that ain't Christmas. It's all right to give gifts and hope to receive gifts, but that ain't Christmas. It's all right to travel to go see loved ones whom you have not seen all through the year, but I got news for you. That ain't Christmas. Christmas is only about the gift that was given to mankind. Have you opened your Christmas gift? And I beg to differ that a lot of us have not opened the true Christmas gift. We've opened many gifts down through the years, but have we really opened the gift that was given for Christmas? Yes, I like gifts around the holidays. Yes, I enjoy the festivities and the glee and the smiles that are on people's face, but that ain't Christmas. See, Christmas, by the world's standard, has turned into nothing more than a celebration of economic development. Christmas, by the world's standard, has missed the mark. As a matter of fact, so many department stores don't even spell Christmas with Christ in it. They X out his name in it. Christmas ain't about running here and there to try to please our friends and family. That ain't Christmas. It's not Christmas. A gift that was given to us was Jesus the Christ. And if it were not for God giving his only begotten son, there would be no Christmas. Go on and say what you want to say. Buy all you want to buy, but that ain't Christmas. Christmas is not about receiving anything from mankind, but it's receiving everything from God. That ain't Christmas. Go on and celebrate with your parties. Enjoy yourself, but make sure that you've opened the gift that was given by God. Our children need to know that toys and video games, that ain't Christmas. Our children need to know that it's good for Santa Claus to stop by, but that ain't Christmas. Our children need to know that if they don't get everything on their Christmas list, that's all right, because that ain't Christmas. They need to know that there was a gift that was given freely to a sinful nation. There was a gift that was given freely to mankind that was sinking deep in sin. That's Christmas. Christmas is about Jesus. Matters not how we mask it or cover it. Christmas is about Jesus. Don't matter if Best Buy get upset about it or if the mall. Christmas is about Jesus. Go on and lower all of your holiday sales, but Christmas is about Jesus. See, look on television, you see every advertisement there is, but you don't see no advertisement for Jesus. There wouldn't be no sales in December if it wasn't for Jesus. Christmas is about Jesus. There wouldn't be no holiday cheer or no joy to the world if it was not for Jesus. Christmas is about Jesus. For unto us a child is born. It was prophesied over 2,000 years ago that Christmas was about Jesus.